Has Russia finally found the answer to the FPV drone threat? A newly surfaced video circulating on social media has sparked intense discussion among military analysts after allegedly showing a Russian T-90M main battle tank equipped with the Arena-M active protection system. If confirmed, this could mark the beginning of a new chapter in armored warfare, with Russia deploying advanced defensive technology capable of destroying incoming missiles and drones before they strike the tank. Over the past several years, the conflict in Ukraine has fundamentally changed the way modern warfare is perceived. Once considered the dominant force on the battlefield, main battle tanks are now increasingly vulnerable to inexpensive FPV drones, guided anti-tank missiles, and loitering munitions capable of attacking from multiple directions. Numerous combat videos have demonstrated how armored vehicles worth millions of dollars can be destroyed by drones costing only a fraction of their value. As a result, militaries around the world have accelerated the development of active protection systems, or APS, to improve the survivability of armored vehicles in combat. Against this backdrop, attention has turned to a recently released video that allegedly shows a Russian T-90M fitted with the Arena-M active protection system. The footage has generated considerable interest among defense analysts because Arena-M has previously been seen primarily during military exhibitions and testing, while confirmed operational deployment has remained extremely limited. Although there has been no official confirmation of large-scale field deployment, the video provides one of the strongest visual indications so far that the system may now be entering frontline service. Arena-M is Russia's latest generation hard-kill active protection system designed to automatically defeat incoming threats before they hit the vehicle. The system employs high-speed radar capable of continuously monitoring a full 360-degree area around the tank. Once the radar detects an incoming anti-tank missile, rocket, or other projectile, an onboard computer instantly calculates the object's speed, trajectory, and interception point within milliseconds. It then launches a defensive interceptor charge designed to destroy the threat before impact. Unlike passive armor or explosive reactive armor, which reduce damage after impact, a hard-kill system aims to prevent the strike altogether. If operating as intended, Arena-M could significantly improve the survivability of both the tank and its crew, particularly against modern anti-tank guided missiles. The importance of Arena-M has become increasingly evident during the war in Ukraine, where Russian armored forces have faced growing threats not only from sophisticated anti-tank missile systems but also from low-cost FPV drones. These drones can rapidly strike vulnerable areas such as the turret roof, where armor protection is generally thinner. Their effectiveness has transformed battlefield tactics and forced militaries worldwide to reconsider the role of tanks in modern combat. In response to these evolving threats, Russia has continued adapting its defensive technologies. Arena-M is reportedly being upgraded not only to counter conventional anti-tank weapons, but also to improve its ability to detect and intercept small, high-speed drones. Detecting such targets remains one of the greatest technical challenges for any active protection system currently in service. According to available reports, Arena-M was officially introduced by Eurovanzavod in February 2025 as part of Russia's broader armored vehicle modernization program. However, its installation appears to be progressing gradually rather than being implemented across the entire T-90M fleet. Most analysts believe the system is currently being prioritized for units operating in sectors facing the highest levels of battlefield risk. Further reports released in early January 2026 suggested that Arena-M had received a software upgrade specifically intended to enhance its counter-drone capabilities, particularly against FPV drones. The update reportedly improves the system's ability to detect, classify, and respond to smaller aerial threats. Nevertheless, its actual effectiveness can only be fully assessed through continued operational use under real combat conditions. Beyond its technical capabilities, Arena-M also reflects how rapidly modern warfare continues to evolve. Decades ago, tanks primarily faced threats from other armored vehicles, artillery, or conventional anti-tank weapons. Today, however, they may be attacked by inexpensive drones launched from several kilometers away. Because these drones are relatively cheap to manufacture, they can be deployed in large numbers, creating challenges unlike those seen in previous conflicts. Technically, Arena-M must do far more than simply react quickly. The system must accurately distinguish between genuine incoming threats and harmless objects while processing vast amounts of radar data within milliseconds. Once an incoming projectile is confirmed, the onboard computer automatically selects the optimal interceptor launcher and fires at precisely the right moment, allowing the crew to remain focused on their mission rather than manually responding to the attack. Despite its promising design, defense analysts caution that Arena-M still faces significant challenges. One of the most difficult scenarios involves coordinated swarm attacks, in which multiple drones or missiles approach simultaneously from different directions. Successfully countering such attacks requires the system to detect, prioritize, calculate, and intercept several threats almost instantaneously. How well Arena-M performs under these conditions will likely determine its true battlefield value. The appearance of Arena-M may also influence future weapon development. Throughout military history, every major defensive breakthrough has eventually been followed by the development of new offensive systems designed to defeat it. Consequently, the technological competition between active protection systems and anti-tank weapons is expected to continue. Future drones and missiles may incorporate new tactics, stealthier flight profiles, or coordinated attack strategies specifically designed to overwhelm defensive systems. For Russia, the success of Arena-M extends beyond protecting individual tanks. It also concerns preserving the operational effectiveness of armored forces, which continue to play a critical role in supporting infantry, breaching defensive positions, and conducting large-scale ground offensives. Improving crew survivability and reducing vehicle losses remain central objectives of Russia's ongoing military modernization efforts. Although the recently released footage provides compelling visual evidence that Arena-M may now be entering operational service, there is still no official confirmation that the system has been installed across the entire T-90M fleet. Production capacity, integration costs, logistical requirements, and battlefield priorities will likely determine how widely the technology is eventually deployed. What is clear, however, is that Arena-M represents another important milestone in the evolution of modern armored warfare. In an era dominated by drones, artificial intelligence, and precision-guided weapons, the survivability of a tank no longer depends solely on the thickness of its armor. Instead, it increasingly relies on how quickly it can detect, analyze, and neutralize incoming threats before they reach their target. The question now is whether Arena-M will become the solution that restores the battlefield dominance of Russia's main battle tanks, or whether it is simply the latest step in an ongoing technological arms race between offensive and defensive systems. The answer will likely emerge only through continued combat experience in the months and years ahead.